Today is September 5th, 2019, and we're visiting with Al and Edie in their home in University Gardens in Great Neck, New York. And Al was a Virginia Tech alumni from...
Graduated in 1949.
What was your degree? What did you end up graduating?
BS in biology. Then I became an oral surgeon, and I practiced in Flushing, but I was also a professor at NYU. I used to work 1 day a week, a professor at NYU, and I was chairman of the dental department at Flushing Hospital.
Where did you go to dental school?
NYU.
Oh.
I went to summer school, and there was always, I was the young kid, but I had to go into cadet corps. And let me tell you, apropos of Jews in the cadet corps, first of all, there were only 50 Jews out of, I think, 5,000.
That's a lot.
But then again, we really didn't have, I didn't feel a real
Was there
overt
anti-Semitism?
anti-Semitism, no. But I remember being what they called a rat in the cadet corps. You know, they really start with you, and particularly a Jewish kid from New York, they would really give you the business, which I had to endure. But at any rate, one of the cadets comes up to me and says, "Are you an MOT?" And I said, "Well, I know what I meant." And then I realized, he says, "Are you a member of the tribe?" So there were two or three hidden Jews in the cadet corps. So we started to make friends, and of course the Jewish kids hung out together.
I never heard that.
And then I got out of after 2 years, then you didn't have to stay. It was a land-grant college. So, and the reason I went there, it was a vogue in those years to go to an out-of-town college, and it was inexpensive. And my cousin went there before and had the uniforms. So I remember it was $600 a year. That was room, board, the whole schmear was $600, so we went there.
Did anyone ask you to see your horns back then?
No, they weren't crazy. It was a sort of a pejorative about a Jew boy from New York, you know. But it really wasn't that bad because the administration was very accommodating to us. You were talking about using the church. It was the SAB, the Student Activity Building. Is that still there? Still? I think they call it the
Squires now.
Squire. It was the entrance right from the town, juxtaposition to the town.
Ah.
Was War Memorial there? That was the War Memorial Chapel was like an underground, burned-in building on the drill field.
No.
I don't think any of that was there.
No, that wasn't there. And there was a little chapel room in the SAB, and they gave us Friday night services there.
Yeah.
And I have schedules for you.
And how many people were at a service then, approximately? Was there a minion? Did you have 10
Oh,
guys?
yeah. 12, 15 people, and I remember I used to conduct Friday services.
Oh, you were leading them? That's
I
great.
was the chaplain.
How great is that?
And that was it. But what we had, I guess the Hillel from the Virginia area used to have what they called Lost Weekends or something like that. And they'd get all the Jewish kids from the different areas, and then we'd go to a central area like Roanoke or something, and they'd have a weekend, and the rabbi would give a little talk. And
there
they'd
was
have
a rabbi,
little
or there was
dance.
a traveling rabbi that went around? Or there was
No, it was the rabbis. I remember there was
In Roanoke.
in Roanoke, Rothenberg from Roanoke. Well, it was funny. He was a rabbi in New York, a student in New York, and I remember he taught me and another couple of kids on a Saturday, Rashi, and then all of a sudden we go down to there, and there was Rabbi Rothenberg there, and the people of Roanoke were very nice to us for Pesach and Yom Kippur. If it was a time frame that school was in session, they'd have us to the shul. I remember there was a shul there, and there was they'd invite us to the house for Pesach. They'd send this kid to one house. I remember I went to the Shamus's house. I still remember Pasnik. I don't know whether that family's still down there, but I know there was a so-called prominent family. But I remember it was a Rosenberg family. I don't know, they were some sort of, maybe they had a store or something.
Mort.
Mort,
Yes.
no, Mort Rosenberg. It was a Mort
Rosenberg.
It was a store in Roanoke or something. The sum and substance was it was 50 kids out of 5,000 were there. And we, you know, of course there was nothing kosher there, but I remember the first day I went there and there was like, they served in the dining hall. It looked like my mother's veal chop, you know, breaded thing. And I'm taking a bite of it and I'm chewing it. And the guy at the end of that, boy, these are good pork chops. And so that was, so I never ate those things anymore. And I remember my mother even sent me down a chicken the first weekend there.